It's like every freaking step, there's a saying that says new level, new devil. And I'll tell you what, that is true. So we just did the merchandise meeting with Richard. Richard is actually my old boss from Plato's Closet when I was 16 years old. But he's going to be helping us out with doing merchandising. The store and the gym is doing super well, but I think it's because people really love us and they're buying our stuff. But it could be a lot better with how often this guy rotates in the right inventory, how often we're restocking things. Like we sold out every bit of our 3/4 baseball style tee within the first 2 days of ordering it, and then I just never ordered anymore. So I'm learning how to be a little more savvy there. Our team is awesome, so they got to brainstorm a lot on what ideas they want to put out there, what different things they think would be really good products, different designs and stuff. So we're gonna order all this I think on Monday, and hopefully be able to do a lot of cool stuff. Oh, also Richard was also giving really good ideas about nonprofits. So having all the trainers design a particular shirt, put it online at that link, and they can actually go and buy it, and the proceeds will go to a nonprofit that would mean a lot to them particularly. So I think that might be closer to December when we talk about it. But overall, a new avenue, and for me personally, a new avenue of business is learning the retail side of stuff. So this is really, really exciting. Cool. Boom. Looks good. So on the first day, we do up downs, planks, push-ups, squats, and ropes. Typically, because you don't want to add resistance or add further complications until the mechanics are perfect. There's a guy named Larry Wheels on Instagram. He's like this ridiculously strong dude, and I saw a funny post the other day that it solidifies this point or represents this point. Just 10, then we're going to squats. And he says the best way to get stronger is not get hurt. So we're trying to do things that are pretty simple, like pressing on the mat with your body weight. It's hard to have an error here. Then if we use dumbbells or something and maybe hurt our shoulder, we want to get the mechanics down right, understanding how to connect with the muscles through push-ups, understanding how to use our hips correctly through our squats, understanding how to get down the ground and get back up correctly with our up-downs. Planks are pretty simple, straightforward. The ropes are usually just for torture, honestly. But other than that, they're really just trying to say, okay, what are the basics of what we're trying to do, you know? So, good job. All right, let's go back here and figure our schedule out for the week. You're very welcome.
All right, so I have been obese 2 times in my life. One as a child, started I think when I was 10 years old, probably about 13, and then again in college. Worked out all the time, 6 days a week, did everything workout-wise I was supposed to do. But I was a big guy. I was about 50 pounds heavier than I am right now. And I struggled with that, but I would kind of put it off in the back of my head and just wouldn't really worry about it. Well, I would most of the time when I was by myself, but I would do things to distract myself from the fact that I was fat. And then fast forward 2 years after that, I lost 65 pounds, got down to what would be considered a good weight from my height and weight, and then just turned around and gained 30 of it back. And I played this game for a long time, and I feel like actually just now in the past year I've really got a hold on it. And the only difference between then and now is the fact that I became okay with who I was, and if I was fat, I was fat. I didn't judge myself for it. I didn't think it defined me. It wasn't who I was. It just happened to be an adjective that described me, but it wasn't me. And until you get to that point, I don't think you'll ever be there. So when you lose the weight, or even before you lose the weight, you have to be okay with being fat, because it's not who you are. It's just something that you happen to be.
Homeboy, Clay, the man, the legend, the myth. Ladies love him, we love him, okay? But we want to build a chest. And the difficulty is connecting with the muscle. That's the first step when you're trying to build muscles. Actually be able to flex it well. So we've been doing about a month now, really, really reconstructing the form that we have on any pressing movements to get the elbows to go underneath. And a big part of that, getting the elbows underneath the barbell, suppressing the barbell, is getting them from flare back to down, which requires a ability to rotate backwards under pressure. So we're essentially drilling that here, the ability to really pull back on those muscles, and then we're actually going to go and stretch the chest a little bit too, because it seems that we're a little bit tight on the front, so it's pulling the hand through and the elbow back, trying to get strong enough to do this and flexible enough to open up the shoulder. That way we can actually stimulate the chest. A lot of times people can't stimulate a muscle because the muscles around it are overworking, or they're too tight in their back or too tight in their shoulders. So this is going to be really good. Today was an awesome day. It was a really good day. Did meetings with the team, which was really great. Had about a 2-hour meeting today with the finance kind of advisors, just good friends that run companies that were helping out with finances, understanding accounting. Accounting is difficult for anybody who's involved in accounting. Shout out to you. Keep on hustling, man. I'm sure you're a hell of a lot smarter than I am. But anybody else who's running a business, or trying to achieve anything, really. It's like every freaking step, there's a saying that says "new level, new devil," and I tell you what, that is true. If you're really trying to get to a new place and get to a new level, and I'm not saying this is motivational BS, I'm saying this is for truth. If you want to get to the next level with your relationship or your company or your fitness, whatever it is, it's like you actually have to go through this like growing pain. And it's really hard, but we're going to get it.